My name is Phil Perich. For 4 years, this whole thing started 4 years ago with myself and the woman across from me talking Arrow. Tonight, it's all come full circle. Talking Arrow once again, just when she thought she was out, we pulled her back in because we've come to save this city, this podcast, and pop culture in general. Welcome to the Capes and Lunatics Arrow Season 6 season finale after show, because just moments ago, well, if you're watching on YouTube, just moments ago, we watched the Arrow Season 6 finale. Who? I am Phil, and that is...
Hey y'all, it's Lilith, and you should know how I feel about it.
Come on, dude. I think for the most part, it was better than you thought it was going to be. You think it was a little better?
No.
I mean...
This is not going to have consequences. Like, it's the Arrowverse. Be serious.
You don't think? You don't think from now on everyone's going to know who he is?
I think probably at the end of season 7, they might actually have Barry retcon it. Or maybe that's the crossover. I mean, we just heard the news today because of the,
oh, yeah.
The Batwoman, and they're going to Gotham. It's something going on here. He's got to be out by the mid-season finale, because that's when they're doing it, I guess. Everybody's is going to be, they said December, and they go on break the first week. So
I think he's going to spend the summer in Supermax, and he'll be out of prison by like the second or third episode of season 7.
I think it would be much more interesting if they... How long did Barry stay in jail? 3 episodes?
Something like that. But I mean, look at last season. He went into the Speed Force in the season finale. The first episode back, they brought him out.
But they're going to milk that Supermax because fans have been begging for it. And I'll tell you what, you can say what you want, whether good or bad. Arrow loves to do fan service. I mean, look at Velocity. Shots fired.
But you're right. He'll get out before that crossover. But yeah, so if no one has heard, the crossover next year, what they say, December, it's going to involve Gotham City and Batwoman, and Arrow's moving to yet another new night. Now it's going to be on Monday once again. But is that going to be 8 o'clock, I guess?
8 o'clock. No, Legends is their lead-in. You know you have to be doing bad if Legends is your lead. Like, I love Legends, but they're not a ratings goldmine.
Are you serious? Legends is going to be on before Arrow?
Yeah.
What? I thought it was the other way around. Come on.
No.
Oh, come on.
I really, no offense. I know, people need jobs and stuff, but it's Vancouver. You will find another job. I promise you. They are always shooting damn shows in Vancouver. Season 7 needs to be the last season of Arrow. It just needs to. Put it out of its misery.
I wonder if that's why we're bringing in a Batwoman. Maybe we're getting...
Well, no, because Gotham's going to be pretty much wrapping up. And they need to probably keep the rights going or something like that.
Well, I was going to say, if next season is Arrow's last, after that, could we get some either...
But that keeps it in the Arrowverse, though. You know what I mean?
So are we going to get a eventually?
I think it might be Supergirl's last season, too. Sundays is going to be a tough night for Supergirl.
So maybe we get, a Batwoman show eventually, or, a Birds of Prey-ish show or something, perhaps?
We might even... You know what would be absolutely a good fit for the CW is the Gotham City Garage. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It has Batwoman in it. Or they could even do bombshells, because I know they actually, want to do period piece. They wanted to do a period piece, so I think that would be a fun thing. There's a lot they can do, and they're very, they're trying to have more, they're back to kind of skewing towards female again, too. So I could definitely, I wouldn't say another Birds of Prey or anything like that, because the last one was a catastrophe.
I'm thinking,
as much as I like it, it was still a catastrophe.
I'm thinking, they're probably gonna go with a Batwoman show, and wasn't her cousin kind of like her sidekick for a while? Wasn't she?
They could bring in Stephanie Brown, or the lesser known, if you're not a total Bat nerd.
Cassandra Cain.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she's gonna, it's gonna be Batwoman, and she's gonna have her Robin,
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, I was so bored during this finale. 5 minutes in, we get the big, well, not even 5 seconds in, we get the big, hubbub, and
I liked it. I was satisfied, except for one thing. We'll get to that. But I mean, even though it was mostly predictable, I was mostly satisfied. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, since we knew Paul Blackthorne wasn't coming back, you kind of knew, especially once he took that bullet for Evil Laurel, that he was going to die.
Okay, so Sarah's taking other Laurel totally on the Wave Rider, right? Like that's what she's doing this summer.
Maybe.
Although, you know what? Because Arrow doesn't want to have to deal with the Laurel situation, I'm just saying it's very obvious that they don't. For whatever reason.
I don't know. They can either go one of two ways. Either she's, the death of her father is going to make her turn over a new leaf and she's going to be a part of Team Arrow while Oliver's in prison, or she's going on the Wave Rider.
I prefer the Wave Rider. I like Phil Kilmer as showrunner. He's done a great job with Legend so far. Mark Guggenheim is basically just an executive consultant at this point, so I don't think that he's writing anything. He's just kind of like just to have some money flowing in, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not doing anything in the writer's room next season, the way I understand it. So.
But we were talking before we got on about, is the CW going to let this stand? Because I was surprised that they actually, we've been talking about it, but they actually pulled the trigger and had him out himself to the whole world, and he's going to Supermax. Oliver.
Dude, they dropped Supermax and Longbow Hunter, son, and I'm just like...
So we're getting Longbow Hunter next season.
You don't got the chops for it, bro. You don't got the chops for it. Stop playing with me.
But my whole thing
okay, now it makes sense why Roy is back next season.
Yeah.
He's going to be rocking the hood.
And he's free and clear, yeah.
And then Thea, if we're going to do Longbow Hunters, Thea's going to obviously have to, Will's got to come back. Like, if not, just for 2 episodes or something. You know what I mean? Because then that way it all kind of comes back.
Is Roy a regular next season?
Yeah, he is.
Huh.
I was wondering how they were going to work with that with Thea not being there, but
that cave's getting big again.
It's always been big.
Even with Oliver,
it was big when it was just him and Dig. Like, just to be real, I miss old school Oliver on a solo mission.
Even when Oliver's in prison, it's going to be Diggle, Roy, Felicity, Wild Dog.
Diggle's still going to be doing this thing at Arcus at the beginning of next season, though.
But he gave him the suit. He's putting that
suit.
He's
going to give the suit to Roy. He says he's content with it. He's going to call him Roy.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
I already see it.
So at least for the beginning of the season, Roy will be the Green Arrow and Thea will be Speedy. Okay.
No, Thea's not coming back. I'm just saying that if we're going to deal with the Longbow Hunters, I think it is absolutely going to kind of tie into their family, and it might even tie into the battle for the Lazarus Pits. So I just kind of see that. Mm-hmm. To me, that's what makes sense, but it is Arrow, so they could totally go another way and screw it up.
But anyway, what I was saying is, do you think the CW is going to let him be outed for the rest, however long this series runs, or are we going to get
I have to say, it seems like season 7 might be its last with all the stuff that I feel like they're making this huge push for DC Universe. I feel like that's going to be the whole connective hub for all of the DC stuff, whether it's movies, TV shows, things like that.
So, all right. Well, if that's the case, is Arrow just going to end, or are we going to get more of it on the DC Universe?
I think it's just going to end, and then and I definitely really, no offense to Supergirl fans, I really feel like that show is going to be coming to an end this next season. I just have a feeling.
Yeah, Sunday night doesn't sit well with me.
I don't know how much of a CW nerd you are, but CW had back in the day had done some Sunday programming blocks, and then because of some Sinclair deal, they conceded the night to local affiliates.
But Sunday's a very competitive night.
They also put on the new show Charmed, and so Charmed is billed as this really feminist show, so I get why they would want to pair it with Supergirl,
But again, Sunday's a very competitive night. Fox, you have all that animated stuff.
But at the same time, Family Guy hasn't been doing as good as it has been. Simpsons is definitely down in the ratings. Everybody freaking hates football now. Football's been on a steady decline.
But it still gets millions of viewers, though.
Well, and it's the CW. They're not expecting flash numbers on a Sunday. Come on.
I guess, yeah. But is that 8 o'clock on Sunday?
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock on Sunday.
I was going to say it better be 8, because it goes 9. It's going to go be up against Walking Dead and stuff, and it's going to get slaughtered.
Maybe not. A lot of people are tired of Walking Dead too. Like, I'm saying it's counter-programming.
Yeah, but
because nothing else is out there. I mean, Game of Thrones isn't coming back until 2019, right? So, yeah. I mean, once Game of Thrones come back, let's just be real. Everything's going out the window.
Oh, yeah. Even Walking Dead won't go up against Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's going to be like, wait, where's everybody? We're watching our Khaleesi and Jon Snow, bro. Like, we ain't got no time for that. So, milk it while you can, networks.
All right, you keep derailing me. Okay, so you think they're going to let the Oliver thing stand, or are they going to, like, flashpoint it? And
they have to let it stand. Otherwise, it's stupid.
Really? I mean, how many times?
It has to be the last season. Like, I just honestly feel like they should have just said it at the press conference.
Do you think they still haven't made that decision yet, though? Even though it's probably... Well, although you keep saying that.
Because Flash can carry the torch. Flash can carry the torch. It is the highest rated show on the network, even though it's had an abysmal season 4. It's still doing, easy. It's still doing like 0.9, 0.8, 0.1, 1.1. So easily has a torch.
Yeah, but you predicted this season might have been the last season. And
no, I said it should have been. It needed to be.
Well, I mean, before the season started, you were like...
I hope so. Like, it was just hope. And you know what they say, hope breeds eternal misery, so...
But I was just wondering if they're going to let that stand. I mean, if it's last season, I guess it could, but if they do flashpoint it, like we were saying, you could wipe away any kind of crap you want.
You can bring back Laurel.
That's what was going to be my one.
But at the same time, it's like, we had that chance with Flashpoint and they didn't take it. They declined it.
Yeah, but...
They also declined Black Siren, but basically the people higher up were like, nah, you're going to do this because people are upset. So...
Well, I was going to say, was Katie Cassidy on board when they did like all the way on board when they did Flashpoint? Maybe now she is.
I think she's enjoying Black Siren from all things that I can tell. So, well, I don't know.
I think Quentin's death is going to reform her, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, we also... that was my prediction, though. It's like, that's the only way that you can redeem Black Siren is to have Quentin die for her. Like,
it's her Batman moment. The parent dies. It's gonna. I will. I
will avenge you.
So
it was a really stupid move on her part, though, to like just knock him off the water. I'm just like, this is Fish Mooney all over again.
No. I got it. She's not going on the Wave Rider, but she's gonna spend the summer training with Sarah. Watch.
I hope so. I hope because it'll be a parallel to when Legends opened and they had Laurel and Sarah training, and she gave her the idea for the White Canary mantle, so it would come full circle.
There you go.
Yeah, I hope that's what happens. Like I said, it's easy for me to see it happen, but it's Arrow, so it's very easily could go sideways.
And again, I've said it before. I mean, Constantine's in play now. We could always do some kind of weird. I mean, he already brought one Lance sister back. We're not
doing the Injustice body swap. Stop trying to make that happen, people. They're not. They don't have the chops for it.
Oh, you millennials and your Injustice. They did that in the Silver Age. Come on.
I know they did. Well, it's kind of sort of, but it's not the same thing.
I know. All right. Do you want to know the one thing about this episode that disappointed me? That I was like, oh, come on.
Only one?
Yeah, I told you. A lot of it was predictable, but I was satisfied with this episode. Unlike you, the one thing I really was disappointed with is I wanted them to take Diaz off the table this season. I knew it
wasn't going to happen.
I wanted him dead or locked up. The actor. I like the actor, but I don't like what they've done with him this season. I wanted him in a cage or dead.
With Richard Dragon. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
So I'm like, why can't we just get rid of him and start fresh in season 7 with the Longbow Hunters?
Well, he brought them in, and
he brought them in. That's the introduction. So now it's like, okay, that's why they're here, because Diaz brought them in, and they're like, all right, let's just take it. Let's take the city.
Yeah, it is what it is with Arrow.
Everything's still in disarray. I mean, most of the politicians and cops have been arrested or whatever.
You know who they should bring in, since she's not on NCIS anymore, is the lady that plays Abby.
Oh, that Paulie Perich or whatever, yeah.
I'm just saying. We're going to have like a super whiz tech person, like...
I thought you were going to
We're going to steal from Criminal Minds. Like, come on, I'm so over Felicity.
I was going to say, we're going to pull Lucifer and have a quirky CSI or whatever.
It's just, I don't know. it was just kind of the cherry on the poop sundae. Honestly, I'm just so glad that the season is over. I'm not invested in season 7. I'm going to watch the crossover. I'll probably watch the premiere because that's when I'll see if they give it the real Supermax taste.
Oh, maybe we should do a special on the premiere.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, we'll do the premiere. But, like, I'm not invested in season 7 at all. Like, I was really invested in season 6, and I've been just constantly disappointed. And after, what is this? 3 seasons of disappointment? I can't. It's better things on TV to watch, more books to read, podcasts to edit, things of that nature.
But, I mean, do you think, especially with the ending of this, with the Supermax and him coming out, do you think that that's them saying, okay, we hear you. You've been disappointed. We hear you.
It's too little too late, though.
You think?
I mean, they sealed the deal on the Lassie thing, and I swear to God, like, I just feel like Lassie babies are coming, and that is really, really where a lot of people will draw that line. Like, a superhero show does not need babies. Okay?
I think if she gets pregnant or has a kid, it's gonna be like the finale, like the series finale.
Honestly, if I don't see season 7 and they open up and they're in protective custody and William's secret name isn't Connor Hawk, mark my words, they're doing this. They're doing this.
Don't tease me like that.
They're gonna do it. Like, it's just gonna be a little Easter egg tease.
Oh, they're gonna be in witness protection, yeah.
He's gonna be playing around with bows.
Wait,
and it's not bad.
Wait, what was Connor? What was Connor Hawk's mother's name?
Sandra Moon. Great.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be the name Felicity's gonna take when she's when they're in witness protection.
Yeah, I bet you. I almost bet you. But
nice.
then again, the showrunner isn't a hardcore Lassie shipper, so what do I know?
Well, at least they got rid of that second Felicity. I mean, she kind of just disappeared.
Excuse me.
What?
I would prefer her over Felicity.
I know, but I'm just saying it's weird. She just kind of like I mean, she was there in the bunker and everything for how many episodes, and then she just kind of like disappeared.
You'd have to tell me because I literally only watched this episode and the ties that bind. I haven't seen anything since then.
Yeah, no, she was there for a while, and then all of a sudden, just no mention, no nothing. She just disappeared.
It's kind of like she's Talia al Ghul, or Evelyn, or Ragman,
or Sin. I was gonna say she's Sin. Yes.
People just disappear and don't come back.
Or maybe she's bleeding out on the streets like Wildcat.
He's on a much better show.
I mean, if they could ever get him,
power is amazing.
If they could ever get him back, bring him in on that Batwoman show.
Yeah, but it's too late.
They could do more justice there. Yeah, get it, justice. I'm talking to you, society.
Honestly, I was expecting Legends to turn into the Justice Society, and it kind of has, but not really.
Yeah, it's kind of like
they teased it and then they ran away from it.
The Arrowverse as a whole, especially on Legends, has like turned into Justice League Detroit. Well, I mean, between Flash between Flash and Legends, you've got Vibe, you've got Gypsy, a version of Gypsy, you've got that Steel. Who are we missing?
Now they could just get a cyborg. Oh, speaking of which, just one little tangent. Like I got a pack of superhero socks, and I was like, okay, there are 5. So it's like Aquaman, Batman, Flash, Green Lantern. And so I was expecting the 5th one to be Superman, but no, it was freaking Cyborg, and I'm like, who is this for? Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, I would have preferred Green Arrow socks. I'm just saying, throwing that out there. Since I got my Bill and Ted 2 movie, I'm just gonna start throwing stuff out there until it happens.
You mean Bill and Ted 3?
Yeah, we don't count 2 though. Really, it's not that good. The animated cartoon was awesome, but anyway, I am so glad that I am done with Arrow. Like this is, like I said, this is the cherry on the poop sundae, and I am just done. It's too little, too late for me. Even if the premiere is amazing, because they do okay premieres, it's the rest of the season that follows. It's just too many filler. They need to be 13 episodes, and I hope Black Lightning is actually 13 episodes still. I didn't see the episode count on it because I wasn't really looking for it.
I didn't see it either, but since it's like...
But it's after Flash, and they're trying to make everything be after Flash because that's the highest rated show. You got iZombie, then you have like the 100 coming back next season.
I mean, now that everything's kind of has like a set night and stuff, do you think they're going to up...
But the mid-season's not set. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Are they going to up there? Are they going to start Black Lightning and like Legends later in the year, or like
Black Lightning's premiering in the fall? The way that I understand.
So are they upping the count? I mean, it's not going to.
That's what I'm asking. Anybody know?
I don't know. I don't think they just mentioned the days and times today. I'm wondering.
Yeah, but with all the mid-season stuff, they have a tendency to put it after the Flash, so it would almost make sense to be 13 or 16 episodes.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, the ratings were good on that, right?
Yeah, really good. But at the same time, I think it's kind of like that Legends case where it has a lot of heavy effects budget, so it shouldn't have. Well, I mean, it's supposed to have.
It's effects heavy, but not like Legends. And I mean, if
not like Legends, but still, it's the CW at the same time.
I mean, Flash is heavy, is effect heavy too.
Well, this season is especially heavy. It's ridiculously heavy. But.
So I'm just wondering if they would give, or do you think they would give Black Lightning like 22 or 23?
I don't think he needs 22 or 23.
I mean, I don't think any of these shows need that many because I mean, you start to get filler episodes, but I just wonder if. If it's
there's nothing wrong with filler episodes. It's just when they're not good filler episodes.
Yeah.
Run, and we'll talk about that Tuesday for Flash's season finale.
Run, Iris, run. So yeah, I think that's our. I think that's our new formula. We do the season premieres, the crossover, and the finale.
Yeah, it's nothing really worth talking about otherwise. Fight me, nerds. I don't care.
But, did I see you had a problem with them tracking Quentin's pacemaker?
I mean, not for nothing. This is a girl who tried to hack a fire alarm and Thea just pulled it. She tried to hack a crane. It's too freaking much.
I don't know about pacemakers, but I do know for a fact from work that there are medical devices like breathing devices people have in their homes and stuff that you can get with like Bluetooth and stuff, so you can send like your results to the doctor. I don't know if they have that for stuff they actually implant in your body, but
I mean it's Star City's the Arrowverse. They're a little more technically logically advanced supposedly, so okay, but still it's just too much.
Maybe for the deputy.
Hacking is not always your answer, damn it. I'm so sick of it.
Quentin was counting on it.
Oh yeah, because we all know Fifi can do no wrong, and she's amazing.
Fifi.
Such a strong woman, the strongest person we know. I'm just so glad he didn't ship Elasti on his deathbed.
She's gonna you don't need no Barry Allen. She's gonna flashpoint the whole thing herself. She's gonna hack it. Although I must admit, I mean...
Hack force, ain't gotta explain nothing.
This episode, more than any other, I think I've noticed, did it...
The FBI, would they really give her control of the satellites?
Could you I mean, it seemed this episode more than any other I've watched, could you tell she was just like randomly hitting keys on the computer? She's just like...
Yeah.
I'm like, your hands not even moving. You're just kind of just like in the same spot.
I'm just glad the keyboards didn't explode. I just can't with this show sometimes. Like, that's not even how you...
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Okay, so what really kills me about the Arrowverse is that Mark Guggenheim is supposedly a lawyer, but if you ever watch any of the like scenes in the courtroom, it's like, I see why you're a writer now. That's all I'm saying. I don't even think he passed the bar. Like, just some of the stuff that goes down. I'm like, dude. Anyway, I just can't with this show anymore. I'll read the books, though. I'll say the books are better than the episodes. I'm just saying. Speaking of which, eventually, whenever the hell Climate Changeling comes out, we'll be talking about it.
What's that, end of July or something? I was going to say the books are good. I was going to say the books are good when they ever come out.
They're always pushed back. Like, get it together. Get it together, Arrowverse.
That's our main gripe. It's like the books are good. It's just they never come out on time.
So I don't know. There was one good thing. I thought that. Oh no, I was really mad about Oliver apologizing, but it was kind of like his grand tour of like, hey, keep your head up.
But yeah, the minute he was apologizing to everybody, and then it was well, especially it was like, you know, when even Quentin in his hospital bed was like, oh, that's a heavy price to pay, and he's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, he's going to prison, I know it, you know.
Like I said at the beginning, if it's not Supermax, don't even bother with season 7.
They telegraphed that from the end of the last episode, because I don't know if you watched it. The end of the last episode is when he was talking to her, and they made their deal, and she goes, I need 2 things from you, and he goes, okay, and the first thing he goes, I am the Green Arrow, and then she goes, and the second thing, and that's when they cut to the logo. I knew it was going to be, you know, you got to go to prison.
I'm just really surprised though, like I didn't know the writers knew about Supermax.
But
like they don't know a lot about Green Arrow, so I'm really surprised that they know this.
So are they gonna like?
I wonder if they're gonna actually like use something from the script. Have you ever read the script? Because I like the script personally.
No.
I'll have to find it and send it to you. I mean, you have to think about it like the early 2000s, so it's super cheesy, but perfect for like a cheesy Green Arrow show that we have. So anyway, yeah, I'm excited about that. I want to see how that pans out because I just have a feeling it's gonna be out by the first episode, which will be like a waste.
It's just, I don't know. Do you think they don't know what his sentence is? Do you think they're gonna like lawyer him out of there somehow, or?
He said it in front of all the cameras, bro. Like,
yeah, but I mean, get him released, not put his identity back in the bottle. But I'm just saying, somehow get him released. I don't know.
Somebody has to time travel. Like at this point, honestly, if season 7's not his last season, I think you're right. They're gonna have to have Barry fix it.
All right, watch her. I don't know, or watch a little throw up people, or is he gonna become like Green Arrow, you know, government agent or something?
Now they're copying Nightwing? That's what you're suggesting?
Well, I'm not saying fake his death, but
he's already done that.
They could, but I mean, is he gonna be, you know, even Argus?
No. Okay, Flash is gonna fix this, but he's gonna get the transmogrifier. He's gonna find some meta that wants to be repentant and gonna switch places with Oliver. They're gonna use that thing that HR always used.
Oh Lord.
Come on. That's totally an Arrow thing to do, bro.
That's true. It'd be like, what, the shapeshifter? They're going to say there was this metahuman who confessed, I'm really not the Green Arrow.
I mean, they did it with Tommy.
I know, but how many times?
How they get themselves out of this? Like, I just don't know.
I know, but how many times are they going to pull? Can they credibly pull that where it's like, oh yeah, he confessed. Oh yeah, but wait, no, it's not him.
It was a miscarriage of justice. I'm telling you, these cops are out of hand with their forced confessions. When even a rich white boy goes to jail for something he didn't do.
Oh yeah, my family was threatened. I had to confess. Oh.
Boom. It just kind of writes itself when you know that it's a soap opera deep down.
But no, what if he goes to work for like Argus and like Diggle and Lila are his bosses? No. Mm-hmm. No bueno.
No bueno. No, the quote Consuelo for Family Guy. No.
Or what if they go the full Tony Stark and like, what if they make Oliver the head of Argus?
He ain't that. I'm saying that boy ain't that bright. This Oliver ain't that bright.
Well, I mean, he'll be like the figurehead.
He used to be, but he ain't that bright no more.
He'll be the figurehead. Lila will run things, but Oliver will be the pretty figurehead.
I don't know. I feel like they've written themselves into a corner every year since season 3. I'm just saying.
Instead of Mayor Pretty Boy, it'll be Director Pretty Boy.
I don't know. I give this a C+. There was effort, but not enough.
I'll give it a B. I mean, like I said, I wasn't as displeased with you as you were with this. I mean, a lot.
How about the season overall, though? Like,
I mean, there were ups and downs, but I thought this finale was a step in the right. Well, it went up. It was a step in the right direction. Like I said, while so much of it was predictable, I did enjoy it. I wish they would have taken Ricardo Diaz.
Oliver's the loser. Like, I don't think he's actually ever had a full-fledged 100% win on his own ever. ever.
Yeah, well, except for the first few episodes of season 1, he's never been on his own.
I mean, even like the team, just whatever. He's never had a 100% win. The bomb went off in the Glades. That's half. You know what I mean? Like season 2, like he still got invaded. He still needed help. Like to get, like season 3, he still needed help. Season 4, it's just like, come on. I mean, same thing is going on with Barry with season 4. It's like, you have let every single meta die. You suck.
Well, if they're dead, maybe they'll... I mean, Ralph's coming back on The Flash. Spoilers.
But you know what I mean. Maybe not.
I don't know. I would say at least Ralph's coming back and not the rest of his metas. But,
well, I mean... everybody knows his identity, though. That's something you have to really think about. Mm-hmm. So, maybe Ralph's the only one that's coming back if that's the case.
True. But, I mean, do you think Oliver considers this a victory, though? Because, I mean, he saved everyone else, kept them out of prison.
He has it still in the wind.
What?
And he has it still in the wind, and he's bringing trouble. Everybody knows this. Mm. That's not a win. You just sacrifice yourself pretty much for nothing.
Why?
Your city could damn well still be burning.
Why couldn't she wait until he caught Diaz to throw him in jail? He was stupid. That should have been part of the deal. Be like, I will serve my sentence as soon as we put Diaz in prison.
Because he's a pretty boy. He ain't got no smarts. We just discussed this, Philip.
I know.
See, that's why at least if he would have told Felicity, she would have got like an ironclad, this is what's going to go on. See, he must have.
That's why I was hoping it was going to be nice. By the end of this episode, where Diaz was going to be in jail, we're dead, and it's like, okay, well, Oliver can get.
Well, I think it's the Constantine issue too, though, where the whole fandom pretty much really loves Kirk, so it kind of makes sense to keep him around. And Richard Dragon is kind of a big deal in New 52 Green Arrow lore, so yeah. I get why they did it. I wasn't expecting him to go anywhere, honestly. I was like, as soon as I saw the fan reaction, I was like, oh, they're doing a Constantine. They're milking this for every last damn viewer they can get.
I just wish they would have done more with the character earlier in the season.
Well, yeah, Caden James should have never been the red herring.
No.
I mean, that was a waste of Michael Emerson. I love me some Michael Emerson, okay?
He should have been like the number 2. They should have been like, there's a mysterious mastermind, blah, 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 blah. And then, Diaz
and also Anatoly better not die. Like, they're bros again.
Oh, I know. Oh, when he discovered him,
Oliver's his favorite American again. Sorry, Diggle. Like
he better not die. Oh.
Yeah, I can't take one more Arrow death. Like unless it's Felicity.
But
oh my Renee. God. Oh my God, is Renee gonna quit? Because he's got some PTSD that he does not need to be in the field with. Do we know that Rick Gonzalez is coming back next season?
I don't know. Who did they confirm?
I don't even care, so I could.
I mean, I know they said Roy.
I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know if Katie Cassie's coming back next season. So I don't know anything at this point.
Besides Roy, I don't know if they've really announced who's coming back.
Well, obviously Felicity, David. Felicity. Sorry, Emily's coming back. David's coming back. Oliver's coming. Stephen Mill's coming back. Yeah. Obviously. I don't even know if Juliana is coming back.
I don't know.
They haven't said anything on their Instagrams because I do follow them there. So, this time last year, before the finale, that's where nobody's dying. Okay. I mean,
they probably won't kill anybody.
They have the budget though.
In the season premiere, in season 7 premiere, do you think they would kill somebody off? Then Oliver's like, I have to get out of here.
I say it's Renee.
It could be. If Renee retires, I bet he retires for the summer.
Yeah, something.
It's gonna be like half the team's not active, and it's gonna be like Roy.
Are they even allowed to be active? There's.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that deal is.
The federal presence is gonna be there until Diaz is back. Are they gonna be working for the feds, or I don't know how this is gonna work.
Maybe they don't. Yeah, because Diggle's with Argus, but maybe everyone else isn't allowed to. But maybe that's their loophole. Maybe that's why Roy comes back, because Roy's not in that deal.
Yeah. Anyway, I know you have to get to sleep, and I don't care. So.
All right. So, that's it then?
I'll see you for the premiere.
Well,
then we can talk Arrow again.
You'll see us next week for the Flash finale.
Oh, Gotham, the Gotham book with Jason Starr. We have to have him back, by the way.
I will reach out when we do that book.
When does that book drop?
Is it? It might be like, I think it's like a week or two, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I thought it was like the end of May, so yeah, it's either next week or so. Either next week or the week
we'll have to squeeze that in somewhere, definitely, because Gotham's got a shortened last season. I'm shocked that it got renewed. I'm happy for the Gotham fans. And I don't know how they swung it. I think they really do want to keep a relationship open with Warner Brothers is what ended up happening. I'm thinking they're having cold feet about this whole deal with everybody.
Thinking.
That's what it seems like.
But, yeah, Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks listeners, if you're interested in Gotham and No Man's Land, stay tuned. In a few months here, Lilith and I are going to be reviewing the majority of the No Man's Land comic storyline.
And if you really want, guys, we are skipping the Azrael stuff, but if you really want it, let us know. And I will slog through the Azrael stuff if you guys want it.
Are you serious?
I didn't mind it when it was happening, honestly. I actually liked Azrael.
Azrael, Agent of the Bat. Rating, people. Rating.
I didn't mind it. I don't know why you thought I didn't like it.
I don't know.
It's that I hate.
I thought you were down on Azrael. No,
I was down on the Azrael Gotham version.
I will add that to the list. I mean, I'll add that to the app.
Only if the people write in, though. That's their incentive.
I'll get all my friends and relatives to write in.
I see
I see your manipulations. All right.
All right. Take us out of here.
All right. If you wanted to talk to us about Arrow, the Flash season finale special we're doing will be next. If you want a review of the Azrael issues of No Man's Land, as along with everything else, email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook and for the Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks @Capes Lunatics on Twitter and @CL Sidekicks on Twitter. And the voicemail for everything, nice and easy for you non-literate types, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And Lilith, where can people find you?
If you guys want to live tweet the season finales of Flash and Supergirl with me, I'm probably going to actually finish out Supergirl season. Follow me @Lilith Hellfire and also @Save Me Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. And also Facebook.
If you like swearing and Smallville, follow Lilith.
Yes. Although it's light cursing. PG-13. Only one F-bomb an episode.
And if any of you Arrowverse actors or authors of these books want to reach out to me for interviews, nightwingpdp@gmail.com, and on Twitter I am @nightwingpdp. So was that it?
Music.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Fifi. I know, read between the lines.
Bye, Felicia.
Alright, everyone, that has been the Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks Arrow Season 6 Finale Special. Like I said, join us, if you're watching on YouTube, join us next week for the Flash Season Finale after show.
Tuesday at 9.
And if you're listening on the podcast, you'll hear it in, I think, like 2 days, so.
You gotta love Mikey Flash, right?
Oh, yeah. Tell us what you love about the Arrowverse.
It's the Bebo-verse, damn it. Get it right.
Do not fail this city or this podcast.